Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, December 30th. It is the last 2 days of 2025, and December has been more than just a little chaotic. Today, I come to you from my new writing office. Is it done? No, but it is set up enough now that I can actually sit here and write. There might be a little bit of an echo from my voice because, well, the room is fairly empty and the sound is just bouncing off the walls. So where am I at? Well, the baseboards are 2/3 of the way set up, and because my husband had to go back to work, he was not able to help me finish it, but we do plan to finish it later this week. So a few things that are exciting for me is I have placed some orders on Amazon. I have ordered a brand new bookshelf, kind of a more open concept rather than bookcases, so to speak. I'm a little bit afraid that my books won't all fit on said bookshelf, but at least I'm going to make sure my favorites are on there, the collections, the series, what I have already read. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. I have also decided to order a green screen, mainly because I put a lot of effort into this room, into the mudding and the painting and the walls, and I don't want to start putting a bunch of holes in the walls. And because of how my desk is set up, it's not as easy for me to put the Tanya's Writing Realm image behind me. I have never used a green screen. I don't know how to use it, so I have some more learning to achieve, so to speak. Now behind me, I have my printer rack set up. On the top, I have my dragons, and then I've got a color printer, long story with that one. And then I also have my Brother Black printer, and then some supplies in the bottom shelf. I have filled my cupboards above my head with books and writing books and fiction books and fantasy and romance because I know that, again, that bookshelf that I'm getting will not hold all of my many, many books. In terms of some of my fantasy images, I have them posted beside me on the pin board on my desk. I can look at them and get inspiration. Then on my left of the desk, I have my notebooks and, pens and writing utensils and stuff. The one downside is I no longer have a desktop computer. I've given it to my son so that he has something that actually works. So I'm currently set up with my laptop. I have my laptop set up to the side, and then I have a screen in front of me. Now, the problem with this is that I don't have speakers set up. Now, I have this awesome speaker system. It's Logitech. It has like the bass, it's got the surround, everything. But because of what is required to connect it, it will not connect to my laptop currently. So my husband's trying to work out a way to get it connected for me. If it doesn't work, one day I will buy another desktop computer. It's just not feasible right now. I've put, I want to say between $500 to $600 in this office currently, with more to come. We still have to get door trim, and we also have to get the electrical done so I have better lighting. And then we're also going to be putting in a drop ceiling because right now it's unfinished. I was absolutely thankful for my family this December. I did all of this room 100% by myself until I got to the baseboards. Of course, we had to use the table saw and we had to do some measuring and hammering and, sitting on the floor hammering awkwardly with a hammer is not something that is easy for me because of my medical condition. And so my son, my oldest son, and my husband helped put the boards on, and I am very thankful to them. Now, my kids are pretty excited. They got some new computer desk setups, new chairs. I got this lovely new chair for Christmas for my husband. It's very comfortable. I haven't had a decent chair that I actually like in, I don't know, maybe 15 years, I'd say. So it's nice to finally have something that I am happy with. So now that I actually have a usable desk, I'm very much looking forward to getting back into writing, into editing, publishing, and the Sable BooKnight Portals Anthology. I received 3 or 4 different submissions over the holidays, and I do expect to get at least one more for sure, possibly 2, before this book is complete. So to those of you who have submitted, I really appreciate you. I'm so excited for this project to take off. If we can keep going with anthologies together, I promise that I will pay you for your stories. So let's make this successful together. So my plan for today was first to organize the printer shelf, which I have done. Our basement still needs some more fine-tuning. Also, the window behind me has a draft coming in. It has ice and frost built up, and there's moisture that's coming down. The walls are cold. Everything just feels cold right in that area. So I did buy a kit to shrink wrap, so to speak, the window so I can keep some of the moisture and cold air out of the room. So that is my next project for in this office, aside from waiting for my awesome new bookshelf, which will be set up next to my desk. So once I actually have everything in this office organized and set up and the way I want it, I will share it with you. So next, I'm going to start going through my emails. I have many writing and publishing emails that I need to start going through. I need to start doing some beta reading for these new submissions. I also have final edits back from 2 of the writers for the Portals Anthology that I need to get through. Plus, I still need to revise and edit my short stories for the Portals collection. So here goes nothing. Wish me luck. While I'm here, I just wanted to wish all of you a happy new year. I know this is the last 2 days of 2025. This year has been a frickin' roller coaster of good and bad and ugly and exciting and positive change. And oh my goodness, it was a lot. It was an overwhelming year. For 2026, I'm really hoping that things kind of calm and settle a little bit. My medical conditions have improved a bit. I, for the first time in years, went 1 full month without a seizure, which was the most amazing thing. Like it was a shock to me that I was not having episodes. And I'm learning a lot more about my condition, about the chronic fatigue and the POTS syndrome. It's not good for me to lay down for long periods of time other than at night. It is not good for me to stay in one position for very long. So the movement for me is good because it keeps my blood flowing and it reduces the symptoms, which is completely backwards to how I had thought of it before, which was rest when your body tells you need to rest. But no, for me, I need to push myself to stay a little bit more mobile, a little bit more active. And I have learned this through working on this office. I also found a podcast about POTS, which has been very enlightening. So yeah, I'm looking forward to becoming more active and hopefully continuing to reduce the symptoms. And then in the new year, I will most likely be doing a diet change. I'm going to be cutting back on carbs and sugars and yeah, and I discovered that since I left work in September of 2024, I have lost 14 pounds. Most of this weight I lost since the summer when I got sick. So from like July through now, with the illness and the office renovations, 14 pounds, that's a lot of weight to lose in a few months. So now, of course, my clothes don't fit me properly anymore. My jeans I can take off without unbuttoning or unzipping the fly, and it's time for me to do a little bit of shopping. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, night, or whatever, and happy writing and Happy New Year.